Hi people, I've been at it again. Things I want, but I'm not prepared to pay for, and I don't have storage for. As you can see, I've got stuff everywhere in my garage, so I needed a warming cabinet that I could make flat pack and store away, and it needed to be cheap. So I bought this down here. This is the Kingspan or Celtex 50mm. It's about between 20 and 25 pound a sheet. I paid for that, and this is about 10 pound a roll. It's like a 50mm aluminium tape. So what I've done is that, believe it or not, is all I have left out of a 8x4 sheet. I worked out what's the biggest size I could get, and I've just got it held together at the minute with bungees. I'll probably leave it like that, because once it's together and the boxes are inside, the honey's inside, or whatever's inside, it can stay on for a couple of days, and then I'll just take it down and flat pack it away. So I'll show you what I've done inside. This is a top. As you can see, that was 2 halves what was left from an offcut down the sheet. I'll give you the sizes in a bit. And then it's a bit harder when I've not got, I haven't even got a tripod. This here, let me just slide that one up and out if I can. Will that just slide out to there? Yeah. So I made a small wooden frame inside that buckets will sit on, or supers can sit in. I've made it big enough to take a super, and this is just I think I've had this in the cupboard. To be honest, I think it's about, I can't remember if it was 15-20 pounds. It's less than 40-50 pounds to build the whole thing. This is just a heater with a temperature, so you can set the temperature to what you want, get it around about 40 degrees and just leave it. It's only 40 watts, so just 3-pin plug. You can buy a gadget that'll, I think they're only cheap, that'll plug into with a thermostat on, so you can regulate the temperature better. I might do that. We'll see how it goes. So from the top of the rail, let me just hang up, from the top of the box down to the rail is 25 inches or 635mm. So let's have a look on these supers. So if I hook over the top of there, 25 inches, 600. So yeah, so comfortably there. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3. You could get 4 supers in with a little spacer in between. Or I measured, it fits my stainless steel honey tank in, with the gap underneath for the heater. So let's give you some sizes. So you need to mark your sheet out, and here I'm doing it all one-handed. Mark your sheet out from there. So cut your sheet one end to the other lengthways to, you see there, 865mm. And once you've cut it lengthways, so if this was the sheet, if this was your, imagine this is the 2.4 by 1200, you're going to cut it that way. Once you've cut that, you're going to cut that into sections, and each section you want 2 at 650. That's that one and that one, and 2 at 540, and one for the front for 540. The offcut that comes off the top, that makes your top and your bottom. So you need your offcut cut in 2 640, 640. Actually, it fell slightly out, so it's 640 with 660 is the size for that, and that was 2 pieces put together with a piece of that tape, so there's no waste. On the bottom, I did exactly the same. Let me just move this rail rack. We'll come to that in a minute. This here is the same again. Oh, it's quite tight. I'm a tape measure. Lost it. How can I lose a tape measure? Ah, it's here. So This bottom, I ended up putting 2 pieces together, and that was 540. And I think it's 540 that way as well. Yeah, 540 by 540. Put them together with the tape. Now the bottom piece is smaller because it sits inside at the base. The top piece sits on top, so that's why that one's bigger. And then all I did is some plywood. I'll give you the sizes for that if you want. Again, tape measure. Give some sizes for this. So this is just 2 pieces of plywood, 18 inches by 6 inches. I just made some holes in, and a little bit of 2x1 lat. A little bit of 2x1 lat screwed and glued on the top, and then that will sit inside like that, just to hold your buckets up. As I say, this piece then will go back inside. That piece goes back inside there. Such a nice tight fit. If you wanted to, you could glue all this together and have it permanent, but I want to be able to flat pack it. That one sits on top, and that's my box warming cabinet. It'll hold its temperature, soon melt the honey down, stick the heater in. And this tape, as you can see on the top, I've gone round the edge to neaten it up. You could do all these sides if you wanted to, but I'm not fussed. And then you can just lift the top up if you want. You can see down inside, just lift the top up, load it from the top, put that back down. Hope it saves some tight git like me some money, and you can have your own warming cabinet. Thanks.